way to the vet with Marvel. If you guys don't know this about Marvel, I'm sure some of you do, but maybe not a lot of you. He has some pretty severe separation anxiety. While we've been doing this recently, we've been locking him up in our bedroom because he never tears anything up in there, but if he's left roaming the house free or in different rooms, he finds anything and everything to destroy. So it's just a mess to try to clean up. So while I was at work, which my shift was only like 5 hours, I believe, yesterday, I got back home. I opened the bedroom door, and when I open the door, I always look in the room to make sure that he didn't destroy anything, and he never has, in the bedroom anyways. And so when I opened the door, he had taken the sheet off of the bed and ripped it off of the bed. And we have a memory foam mattress. He basically shredded the entire middle section of the bed and left this giant gaping hole in the middle of our mattress. So that was fun. So now he's had a few other issues too since we've had him. I mean, I think we've had him for maybe 6 months, I think. He's a really, really, really good dog. He just has a couple issues, and one of them is, the worst one is his separation anxiety. It is just awful. When we first got him, we just kind of let him be to see how he would react when we left, and he was good for the first couple of days. We didn't really have any issues, and then like over time he destroyed like little things. And then the first thing we noticed, I think this was the very first time that we noticed that he was destroying stuff. All of our friends were over. We just got him. We maybe had him for a whole week. I think it was a week. And everybody's coming over and meeting him. He's really nervous. He was really good with everybody. He's just, big and hyper. And so everybody was staying the night at our house because Indiana State, we have like this bar crawl we do every single year for alumni and friends, family, that everybody comes up for homecoming week. And it's one day and everybody just goes out to all the bars together and you just walk to the stadium. And we trusted him to be alone by himself for that day because we had left him alone for like that whole week we had him, and we didn't have any issues yet. And when we got home, we were just expecting to come home, take him out, and then bring him back in like we did when we got off of work. But he had other plans. He destroyed everything. Anything and everything. He used the bathroom all over the house multiple times. He ripped up anything. Anything he could find, it was destroyed. We had nothing. So we looked for a crate, and Josh's sister had an extra one that they weren't using. It was pretty big, so we got it for him. We put him in it, and he was good. I think the first 2 days we didn't have any issues. But then one day we pull up, and Marvel is sitting in the window just staring at us as we're walking inside. So we're like, well, he got out today. Nothing was destroyed, but he got out. Another time, we fixed the crate. There was nothing really wrong with it. He had just like popped the little hooks open. We fixed it and we zip tied it shut so he couldn't escape from it again. And then he ate through the wire bars on one of the sides and then squeezed his big body through this tiny little hole he created, and he just destroyed whatever he could. And then so then we just started leaving him in the living room and dining room area, and we just cleaned everything up. And then he broke our TV. I think this is our turn. No, it's not. Is it? No, that's not it. Anyways, there was this little spot on our couch where the zipper was broken, but it wasn't that big of a deal. You just tucked it in and nobody would even notice. Marvel found it one day. He ripped it open and started shredding the inside of the couch. We'd had this couch the entire time we'd had him. We'd had him for several months, and he knew it was there. He just never messed with it until one day, and then he just started shredding it. So now we're missing like half of our couch because he just kept shredding it. So we put him into the bedroom, and that's when he ate our bed. But now, after he ripped up our bed and all of those other issues, Josh called the vet this morning, and I posted on one of my Facebook pages for pet families that I follow, and a lot of people said that their dogs have the same issues, and that they just took him to the vet, told him what was going on, and the vet basically offered assistance or different ideas of what you could do, and some of them even went as far as prescribing medication for him because they're just so bad. I've heard of people also giving their dogs CBD oils or little gummy chewable things that they sell at like pet stores to calm them down when you're gone. Really, at this point, anything would help. Literally anything. I thought maybe because he had so many other fur siblings that, you know, they would all just keep each other distracted and have stuff to do all the time. Nope. He didn't care. So we're both stressed out. We don't know what to do. I feel bad for him because I know the reason he's doing it is because his anxiety is so bad, and I think he just thinks we're not coming back for him, which is silly. We come back every time. We are pulling up right now. We're gonna go in. We're gonna see what the vet has to say, and hopefully Mr. Marvel will feel a lot better at home when we're gone. So we try all sorts of things. We gave him toys and all sorts of goodies when we left. So we're here. Come say hi. With Marvel. Hello, big guy. Your ears all messed up. You back from the doctor. So we just got back. And I told him everything. I shown them pictures. I have a lot of pictures of when he broke out of the crates and when he destroyed basically everything that we own. And they said that they usually do not just prescribe any dog medication, because a lot of people will come in and, you know, say, well, my dog did this and my dog did that, and just kind of over exaggerate what their dog does. But I had proof of everything that was going on. It has been happening for a very long time. I'm actually kind of mad at myself for not taking him, you know, sooner. But I brought him in and they prescribed him medication immediately. So he's on Prozac for a month. He's just on the smallest dose right now. And we also have this giant separation anxiety pamphlet thing we're supposed to read through and do all of these things on top of give him his medication to make sure that he understands that we're going to be coming back when we go to work. We won't just leave him here forever. But for now, we have him on the lowest dose. We are supposed to go back in 30 days. So basically when this bottle's empty, we have to go back and do like a follow-up checkup, and we do that as many times as it takes. Once everything's figured out and we know what's going on, we know what dose he should be on and what things work best for him in this pamphlet and different things that we should try, then we'll just keep doing that for a couple months, and then we will slowly just kind of dwindle down on the meds and just focus on the other things so we don't have him on meds all of the time. It's a start to a really long journey, really tedious work, but it's worth it. Poor guy. So I know the person before we got him, from what I was told, I don't know, he was abused. Anytime he did something wrong, he was hit. he was kept outside on a chain while he was a puppy, like before we got him. And then when he came inside, he was put into a kennel, which kind of surprises me because he's broken out of a kennel here, so I don't know what kind of kennel they were using. I'd like to know. When he was loud, they would open the kennel, they would hit him, and then they would go put him outside, and then they wouldn't bring him in until who knows when. So his feeding schedule is all crazy. When he went into the kennel, he would use the bathroom in there. So when we have, he still isn't potty trained. He's better than he was, but he's still not potty trained because he would go in his kennel, and then he would use the bathroom, and he would lay in it. And then if the smell got too bad or he got too loud, they would take him out, they would hit him, and they'd throw him outside. And then he would use the bathroom out there, but he didn't know the difference, so it's just a mess. So we are working on his separation anxiety, his fear, or I wouldn't say it's fear, his like uncertainty of men. He's not like super bad about it, but he is a little bit aggressive towards men initially. But it's really easy to teach him that that person's okay. It just takes some time, just a couple minutes, literally just a couple minutes, and he's okay with them. I also think falls in part with the separation anxiety because he uses the bathroom in the house sometimes when we're home, but when we're gone, it's everywhere. I mean everywhere. But I know that he can hold it a little longer than he does when we're not here. I'm gonna lose my mind. But it is what it is.